Hey guys, so episode 3 of the Road to 1 Average today. The game I played wasn't that great. Actually, it started pretty good, but ending was pretty bad. But I've been working on some stuff all week long pretty much, and so I bought a few things. So I bought a book here. It's called A Concise Book of Position Play by Bill Smith. I've read a lot of books about pool and everything. This work here is pretty much outstanding. I mean, the size of the book, first off, is huge, and the amount of information you got in there is unreal. And trust me, I'm not paid to talk about that book, but I think so far it's been one of my biggest help, I guess, in my game. And I discovered a bunch of new concepts that I'm gonna need to put back into the game and see how it's gonna work. The thing is, so it started pretty good the last 2 weeks, and I think once you got this new table, you're happy about it, you're in a good mood, and it kind of helps your game sometimes. And this week was a little more tough. I had some other problems I had to deal with, a lot of practice for pool, and so I didn't put as much time as I would have wanted. And but I did realize a few things. So you'll see during the game, there's basically phases where I'm okay, I play really good, and then there's phases I just play pretty terrible. And I think with that book and all the systems in it, I'm going to be able to pretty much avoid in the future those bad phases. So all I can say is, a little bit like pool, when you start, your learning curve is not going to be all the way like this, right? It's more like this. And so I think this video today is pretty much in the bottom, so I'm hoping the week after or the week after that I'll be up a little bit again. But there's so much to these games that I don't understand yet, and I'll say it takes a lot of humility to actually learn this, because you're talking a whole different language in pool. And the good thing, however, is almost all those concepts, they will apply to the pool table. So once I learn all of those systems and everything, I could actually teach you guys too. So far I already knew one system for pool, which is the normal 3 rail. We're gonna do a video about that sooner or later. It just I was trying to find somebody who can do the diagrams for me, but if not, I'll just do and explain all of it. I knew a 2 rail system, the plus system, which is a very common system we use in pool. But apart from that, really that was it. And in this book here, there's got to be another 5 or 6 systems that I got to learn, and to just digest all this information, it's gonna be crazy. So all I can say is stick with me. This is gonna be a long road, and I think it's gonna help you to understand really how hard it is to learn a game, and especially these kind of games when they're so complete. There's just so much information to find and to learn, and really, like when I teach for pool, learning curve is not like that. I mean, it's a little bit like that, but not entirely. It's mostly just bump and high until you kind of learn to higher up your lower, basically. So this game today I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna comment what happened, kind of debrief on my shots and see what I could have done better, and hopefully number 4 is gonna be better. So here we go. Here's the opening point. Not badly played so far. Looks like I hit a little too hard, so my yellow ball got out of the way. The red's going a little bit too far as well, so I don't have an easy position really here. I'm kind of stuck there. So I'm gonna try yellow, short, long, long into the red ball. See what I get there. Got a kiss, and I got lucky, so it's 2 points in 1 inning so far, but an extra lucky break here because I was definitely missing the shot. Now it does count in this game, so when at my level you just take them. This was an interesting one, so basically 2 rail first, you hit the ball, and then the extra rail after. Actually pretty well played. So that's 3 points so far. Now, pretty difficult shot. Try avoid the kiss mainly. Got lucky here to avoid the kiss. Okay, I can't really tell if I hit the ball or not, so looks like I did, because I'm keeping on the white, so we'll count it 4. There we go. I'm gonna keep going here. 5 rails, and this one is definitely a miss here. So that's 4 points in the first inning, which is not bad. Again, I'm not sure if I made that force point, but it looks like I kept going, so should have been okay. Natural shot here, 3 rail, played very carelessly. I think I must have been worried about the kiss, so you know, definitely something I need to work on. All those natural shots, I gotta do a lot better at it. Back on the cue ball, the white ball, I was gonna say a pretty standard shot. Long rail, short turn, long rail into the yellow. As you can see, I always aim for the outside of the yellow, so I was trying to push the yellow in the corner a little bit more. It's not easy. I was trying to rail first, and no idea what I did. I just miscued. Just again, very carelessly. I don't know. I think I wasn't too much in a good mood that day or something. It looks like I'm playing a little bit on the, you know, angry side, which is really not what you're supposed to be at the game. Again, you know, a careless mistake that just, you know, I didn't take my time. It was a tough shot. I don't know why I'm trying to play so fast, really. So I'm gonna try to really focus next time a little better. I was gonna say this looks a little more normal here. If it's got enough spin, it's gonna hit it good. There we go. That's another point here. So far 6 points. It looks like I have another kind of difficult position because it's hard to say from that angle. So I already ordered a new tripod for you guys, so we're gonna be able to see the table from much higher. But yeah, this looked like a natural point that you're trying to play long. Play too short, so 6 points in 5 innings. I mean, it's not a bad start, but as you can see, it's 3 minutes total. I should have spent probably double the time on that already because I was just playing a little too carelessly. This should be an easy shot. There we go. And I missed it, and again, you know, not quite the nerve on that game today, so it was just it wasn't a bad miss, you know, it was just probably a little too hard, not enough spin. Natural shot, shouldn't have missed that. There you go. Keep going from the cue ball. Very difficult shots. I'm probably gonna have to go short, long, short. Actually, I went the other way. Didn't know if it was going. Played it quite well. Pushed it in the corner, so that's good. It's a great shot there. There's not much position play at this point, I can see, you know, and after reading the book, afterward the game too, now I can see it more. This was another good shot, actually. You gotta think those are mainly made by instinct at this point, because I've seen, you know, so many shots in my life, and I just kind of guess, you know, it's good guesswork basically. Another supposedly easy shot if I avoid the kiss. There we go. I think that's a run of 4 so far, which is pretty good. And now that was the first shot that was probably played a little more with position intention. So looks like we got another natural shot here. Just gotta make sure you hit the red ball. Try to keep the yellow up the table like that. There you go. Wasn't bad. Again, not much position play, but at least it was much more controlled. There was an intent of it. And the problem is my red ball is now on the rail, so I think it's pretty much over. But that was a nice run of 5, I think, which always makes, you know, your game so much easier after a while for average. So I played bottom left there, and well, I didn't hit it hard enough. Obviously, I was trying to hit as full as possible to not come short. So I hit pretty full, but not enough draw, and I came short. So far, not bad. You know, 11 points in 7 innings for me. It's really good. And again, this is 5 minutes, so you know I could definitely take my time a little more and try to focus, you know, better. This was a good shot. It's pretty hard to do. Yeah, I was gonna say usually you always come long on those. If you don't come long, you have a kiss. I mean, I gotta learn how to play those, and I'm sure I'll be able to find a good player to kind of give me some pointers there. All right, so cue ball into the red. Natural shots. If you avoid the kiss, you got chances. There you go. So the whole key here was to avoid the kiss. It looks like I have a decent position, except that the red ball is probably a little too far, which leaves me with a tough cut. I'll have to see how I play that to see how hard it was. Well, obviously I didn't have much of a cut, so I tried to play the force follow. actually played good and had a kiss, so which happens all the time really when you play those. So I try not to play them. I have to see what other position I could play there to make it better. Okay, this was probably the wrong shot now that I look at it. I feel like I could have done, you know, a long short rather than this 5 rail was a kiss there. There you go, my daughter's probably trying to tell me she want to go to bed or something like that. Sounds about right. Okay, so this is a typical system shot, so now I learned those systems, but even with the systems you still have to calculate it right and to account for all the difference. So let's see what happened there. I was trying to play the long way so we got better, and I played it a little too long. And most of the mistake come for me, it's from being in the pool. Pool table plays a lot shorter than carom table, so most of the time it's a little bit confusing. And since I use the systems for both pool and billiard, I'm gonna have to find a way to adjust from each game, really. Okay, so it looks like we have 12 points in 12 innings so far, which is pretty good. Obviously you can see the run of 5 really put me ahead, but now, you know, it's back to usual grinding. Again, I tried that crazy force follow. Good power, good angle, just slightly too long. Nothing I can really do much better there except aim it, you know, at the first. I can't see the shot here. There we go. It looks like it's a typical long, and then I'm gonna go short long. Try to just leave that cue ball out there. Dead on the red ball. Some point here. Good points. My cue ball, my yellow ball is probably very close to the red, so I'm gonna have to play into the yellow, into the white ball, I'm guessing. But same shot natural, so if I aim it good, it should be good. Those could always be tricky, so. And it looks like I missed it. I probably missed it, not by much, but I did. And you know, it is what it is, so. You're gonna miss a lot of natural shot at this game. No matter what people say, even the best ones, you know, they're gonna miss 5–10% of natural shots, so. It was another natural. Long ways this time. It was pretty good. Played controlled. Pushed the red in the corner. My yellow's a little too far, but you know, it's acceptable. This was pretty good, and I missed it. I guess I must have had a slight spot in the corner out there. And it's not the greatest, but it is what it is. And tough shot here again. And when I say tough, is they look easy, but because of the angle, they're really difficult. And I think I got to simply learn the right stroke and the right aiming. And that red is deep in the corner out there, so makes a very small target. So I think I'm probably gonna play rail first here, try to get this red ball out. Played it pretty well. And it was a good shot, just no luck there on the landing. Probably if I played slightly softer or more spin would have been good. Looks like a shot I like again. So a typical natural shot into the white. Long, short, long. Red ball. Okay, played good. I sent my white ball up table like I wanted to. Left me a decent position, just cut the red into the corner. Actually, I did a 5 rail, which probably wasn't the best option. It's a kiss, and I got lucky. So as you can see, you know, I picked a shot, it worked, but I got lucky. Should have went into probably the softer, more natural shot. I usually like those shots, so long, and just try to land on the red. There you go. So it's usually, you know, you just a force follow, a touch of left spin. So it's not bad. Again, my average is still pretty good at this point. It's not very much of a position shot, but it's doable. Just cut the red on the left. There you go, avoid the kiss. And it's a really well played shot. Actually, I played my red a little too hard to get position, but you know, those are still difficult for me, so I can't play position on every shot. This is going around. Yeah, I'm gonna try 5 rails. And I played it too hard, not the right spot, and you almost went 7 rails, but you know, really I aimed it to be 4, so I mean to be 5, so There we go. So far score is 18 in 18 innings, so I'm 1 average for now, which is really good. There we go. Supposed to be a decent shot. Played a little too hard probably. I can see my cue ball going too far down table, so that means I just gotta play it softer next time. Might have a chance to make it. Just an inning wasted really. We see there's always a kiss there too. I think I played it good. It looks like it's gonna be right on it. 19 points. Okay, let's see. This is a very difficult shot actually. Probably gonna try to rail first. Yeah, okay, I tried to cut the ball. Didn't work out so good. 19 points in 20 innings. As far as my calculation go, I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly accurate in my case because I'm really trying to get an idea, so it's a bit different. This is a tricky shot here. Good actually. Yeah, went same thing as before, you know, top left a little bit, not much left. I'll keep going here, see what I can do. This seems like a natural shot too. We just gotta be careful not to go too wide. I got pretty well played. 21 points, 21 innings. I am at 1 average right now, which is pretty amazing actually. And I believe that's when the trouble starts here. So I missed a decently possible shot. It's not the easiest shot in the world, but you know, it is what it is. Back on the yellow. Position looks possible. And I just did a terrible shot here because I was trying to go longer. In my mind right now, I'm just like, oh, whatever, you know, I'm still playing really good, so all I gotta do is make 4 points. You know, you make those 4 points and you beat your record in average and you're happy, you can be, you know, you can brag about all about it. Another easy shot that I just, you know, wasted because I didn't see the kiss. And if I did see it, I just didn't consider it, you know, relevant enough. A bad idea to do things like that. 2 innings wasted. Now this is a tough shot. I don't see how I can get out a kiss. Looks like I got it. Very lucky to get out a kiss. Looks like it's going. And this is what I call robbery basically. So you play really well, slow, and you still just barely miss it. But miss is a miss. Another tough shot, you know, at least for me. Trying to figure out what's the best way to do that. I can't really see, so if I go rail first on the red, probably we'll call it ticky. It looks like I missed the ticky. And there we go, it's already been 4 innings and no score. And it doesn't look much better, you know. That's the problem with this game, it's because I'm just starting. I don't know all the shots yet, so, you know, this I'm going to try to play probably a normal, natural shot. And I played it a little wide. No, I made it actually, which is great, so 22 points. That was actually a decent shot. 22 points, and again, you know, I played too quick here. I should probably play rail first. Bad mistake, you know, it's not the way it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go long, short, long, into the red. But it is what it is. Cue ball here on the white ball. I'm going to try to play quick into 5 rail to get into the corner. Hit the wrong corner. Sometimes it still works if you hit it hard enough, but you know, my red ball was too far for that. So there you go, another inning wasted on the yellow. Best option here looks to be rail first. Otherwise, you gotta get the kiss out, which could be difficult. I'm not sure what I played again. I think I played in between. There you go. Yeah, that was a decent idea. You know, it's just a very tricky shot. So I don't really regret missing that one. Might have been not the right idea, but looks good enough. Can't see the shots. I'm obviously back facing here, but we're gonna hear it. And there it goes. Just a big kiss there. Nothing much to do. Like you would think here, this looks like a very easy position. Typical 5 rails, can't miss that. See what happened there. Alright. There you go. I was gonna say, if I missed that, this seems a little bit bad. Now, this is not easy because that white ball, you can't go very natural. I don't really see another shot though. Maybe, yeah, I try to fin it and go reverse English, which you can see would have worked if I hit the red ball. But I did not hit the red, so, you know, end of the story there. It looks like 5, 10, 15, 20, it looks like I've reached 30 innings here. Again, it looks like a decently easy shot here. Let's see what happened. It looks like it's gonna go. And I just barely missed it, and you can see I'm not too happy about it. Played it, you know, good enough for me at least, so not much I can regret. Very difficult shot. Tried it again. I think too carelessly. You know, I'm looking at the time here, and I'm seeing 17 minutes for that many innings. It seems pretty crazy. I feel like if I spend another 10 seconds per shot, then it would work a little better. This looked like a good shot too, and I got the kiss. Very unfortunate. I think I played it pretty good, except if you guys know how to play it better. Another tough shot. Let's go here, try to drop the cue ball down, barely miss it. And innings keeps racking up, you know, that's the issue of this game, is if you don't make your points or run a 2, 3, 4, 5, it's really hard to get back into it. Again, you know, a tough shot here. Try to go rail first probably on the yellow. Actually, I try to get it down from the red. Looks like it looked good. And I just barely misses it again. I think if you look at it, you know, I played too hard because I'm another full short rail, another, you know, 4.5 feet, 5 feet too wide basically. I had no idea what I tried. I mean, I just keep running out of balls, you know, and I think I don't think enough. I'm noticing that, which is good, you know, for the next game. I'm gonna try to think a little more. It looks like a easy 5 rail here, and it looks like I'm gonna go wide after the... Yep, exactly what happened. I played it again a little too careless, a little too hard, and it just, you know, the game is very difficult. So still at 23 points. Looks like an easy shot again, and I miss again, wide again. I mean, this is a lot of misses for, you know, the last 5 points. Just taking forever to finish. I played it good, but a little too short. At my level, acceptable miss on that side of the table is still a miss. Alright, what we got here? Another difficult shot. Try to play long, and I just misjudged it. And this is pretty bad actually. We're already at 40 innings as far as I know. Another terrible miss. We are at 41 innings and I'm still not finished, and I was at 21 in 21. And it doesn't look like it's getting any better. Alright, see this, that's basically the problem with my game, and I just put the spot on it. It's pretty much 15 innings without a point, which will never happen to a professional. This was a great shot actually. Force follow, I think I got really pissed off here. Great shot, I'm happy I made that thing. Yeah, just the stroke, so basically it's all from trick shot really, so without the trick shot I wouldn't be able to do that shot. And there you go. Here's the 25th point. Just like that. Simple shot. And that's 42 innings. Yeah, as you can see, this wasn't exactly a walk in the park. You know, actually the first 20 innings were really good. I think I was one average at 21 points or 20 points, and then for some reason it took me another 20 innings for 4 points. So, you know, I'm actually, I can't believe what happened there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my calculator and we're gonna talk about the numbers here. Okay, so well, I think he was 21 and 21, so 21-21, of course, is 1. Now, you know, the total final number, I think, is 25 and 42, which is 0.59. It's pretty much 0.6. It's 59.5. So we're gonna call it 0.6, which my level, it's acceptable. You know, a 0.6 is good. I'll call that stagnation from, you know, my other weeks, but whatever. You know, you can't win them all. Now, what really bothers me here is I played so good the first 20 innings, and I played so bad the last 20. So if I'm calculating that, if I'm correct and it was 21 and 21, we're looking at 4 points divided by 21 innings, which is 0.19, 0.2. That means the second half of the match, I played worse than beginner level. It took me so long to finish the game, it's just incredible. You know, it's been a problem when I played before, and it's really hard to understand why, because, you know, I don't understand. It's kind of like in pool, if you were to basically be able to run a rack, and in the next half hour you can make 2 balls. I mean, it happens, but, you know, at my level, or, you know, higher levels, usually it doesn't really happen. I mean, you have a bad day or a good day, but you won't play like that much difference. I mean, this seems like beginner and good player in between, you know. So of course the final average is decent, but it's a disappointing way to finish. You know, that could have been the first game I played 1 average if only I kept focus and I was actually, you know, making my shots. So from what it looked like, first off, I did not have as many easy shots. And the few I had, there were shots that I knew I missed them. And I think this is exactly the key to play good 3-cushion, is to not miss the easy shots as much as possible, and to, you know, from the easy shots makes points. And I think the difference is just there, you know, it's just when you have the position in the ball, you gotta focus, you gotta make the ball the point. And you can't miss. And if you miss, you know it's gonna be big trouble. And the next thing I can think is I gotta work on all those, well, non-standard shots that they're not natural to me. They don't look like something I've seen in pool or trick shot. They just look like whatever, you know, like weird things, you know. It's called I'll call them crap shots, really. And a bunch of those are basically cross table, long rail, something like that, and you just don't exactly know where to drop the ball. And I think part of my problem is the size of the ball. If you look at a carom ball, you know, it's pretty big. I mean, I think it's around 60 millimeter diameter, and here's a red pool ball, you know. It's quite a big difference, and I think the ball, they really behave differently as far as keeping the spin and this sort of things. Actually is messing with my brain a little bit, and I'm gonna have to find a way to adjust from one game to another, how to get that. And mainly, you know, it looks like I have a focus problem, and you know, it happens the same in pool when you run a rack, and you know, it looks easy all the way there, and then you got the 7 to the 8 or 8 to the 9, and that's when people miss usually because the stress is there. And I think what happened to me there was exactly that. I knew I played good, I knew I had a chance to reach 1 average, and I just blew it. And the more you blew it, the more you just get pissed off at you, and the more angry, the more you miss. And it takes, you know, a lot of strength to just go back and finish it. And yeah, this was basically schooled myself. So very interesting game, very interesting road to 1 average episode. I think a lot of information to take from you guys and for me, and I'm gonna work on that, and hopefully next week is gonna be a little bit better. Again, you know, average, decent, 0.6, can't complain. The way it happened, I complain very much. Thank you guys, and again, you know, if you have any comments, or if you know how to change, you know, if you're actually a good player and you play both pool, carom, or snooker, and if you can tell me, you know, how do you adjust from the size of the balls one table to another? It seems like this is going to be my main problem, and I'll be very curious to know how, you know, good players adjust to that, and if it's just purely practice and instinct, or if there's actually something to do, you know, to help you in there. Remember, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to try to post twice a week from now on, Monday and Thursday like today. Thank you guys.